Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and welcome to our top 31 pieces of evidence for our October challenge. So, this first piece is going to be from Mount Olivet Cemetery. A lot of times when we go on investigations, we both like to carry recorders. It will allow us to cross-reference the recorders and make sure that what we hear on them isn't explained by some other noise. This is one of the instances where we have a very clear EVP, and it's on both recorders, so we're able to just have that double verification. EVP, by the way, in case you don't know, it means electronic voice phenomenon. That means that we recorded a voice on the recorder when we listened back to it that neither of us heard at the time. So, welcome to our top 31. We're kicking it off with a good one. Again, this is in Mount Olivet Cemetery. We like going cemetery exploring, and you're going to see that. So, thank you for coming on this journey with us, and I hope you enjoy the video.
That's the fancy mausoleum, which is best. That does not mean we just stop. That's the fancy mausoleum that we just passed. It does not mean we just stop.
It is October 2nd, and welcome to number 30 in our top 31 pieces of evidence of the paranormal. I'm Johanna, this is Megan from Travelers Paranormal, and this video is going to be a EVP that we recorded. So we were in Hopkinsville, and we saw that buried there is Edgar Cayce. He's one of the big figures in spiritualism. And so we went over to his grave and we decided to leave a recorder on his grave while we were cemetery exploring. And then when we came back, we went home and we listened back to it. And I've gotten a lot of EVPs in cemeteries and during investigations, but it was really neat to get one that is specific to the person that we had the recorder at the grave of. So he was known as the sleeping prophet. He would go into like a sleep trance type thing. And then be able to, communicate and see the future and that kind of stuff. And one of his phrases was, "I have the body." That was something he would say when he was in the trance. And so we have this EVP pretty close that says, "We have the body." So go ahead and take a listen and let us know what you think. Here we are at Edgar Cayce's grave. Just going to set this down for a little bit. This is Megan and Johanna. We were going to be in Hopkinsville and looking up things to do in Hopkinsville, and we saw Edgar Cayce. So we decided to stop by. Hi, this is Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal. It's October 3rd, and we're up to number 29, counting down our top 31 pieces of paranormal evidence. This one is a really cool one. We are at the Indiana State Sanatorium in Rockville, Indiana. This is a location that's kind of been closed to the public for a little bit, opened up in the last couple of years. We got to be one of the first few groups that were going in because when I found out that it was being opened up, I immediately reached out, going in legally. I immediately reached out to the owners for permission. Permission. That's a good thing to get when going to paranormal locations. So legally allowed to be there. We were one of the first few groups that went there. And we had a fantastic night. And the video that we're going to play for you is actually a disembodied voice. You're going to hear us react to it at the moment. It was only Megan and myself there on the property. And you're going to hear the voice, and then you're going to hear us react. Hello? I thought I heard a male voice. Is there anyone in here? Hello, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal here. It is October 4th, and we are up to video number 28 in our top 31. We are returning to Indiana State Sanatorium in Rockville, Indiana, and this location is a massive location. There are 6 different buildings, and one of them is 5 stories. So one's 5 stories. This video, we are in the admin building, which had been the operating, housed doctor's offices and an operating room at one point. And we're going to have another disembodied voice. Again, you're going to hear us react to it. The video is kind of dark, wasn't the greatest camera that I was using, which is one of the things that kind of puts this video lower on the list. But still, anytime you've got a disembodied voice and you're reacting to it right then and there in that moment, it's a good experience.
I think this one was sitting that way. That was last.
Yeah.
This
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this is Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are at video number 27, and it is October 5th in our top 31 countdown. So again, we are going back to Indiana State Sanatorium. Like I said, this is a fantastic location. We did have a lot of experiences there. This one is a cool one. It's an Estes Method S-Box session. What that means is our S-Box is a piece of equipment that's going to flip through radio stations very, very quickly. So if we get a full sentence, it's across multiple radio stations. Estes Method is referring to the fact that Megan is going to be wearing noise-canceling headphones. So she doesn't know what questions I'm asking or what I'm saying. She is only focused on listening to that S-Box so that her mind can't try and make sense of the questions I'm asking and what she's hearing. Whatever she's hearing is purely what she's hearing. So in this video, she's going to, tell me that she sees something. She's going to hear a response on the S-Box reacting to what she sees. Then I'm going to say that I feel very cold, and a moment later, she's also going to react that she's starting to feel very cold. So she has no idea that I've said that, what I'm experiencing. So it was nice to have this moment where she doesn't know that, and kind of separately, we are both kind of feeling and experiencing the same thing. In a paranormal investigation, sometimes your body is one of your best tools, and in this case, we get to see that.
Joe, I just saw a shadow down this hall. Down the 400 hall. I think it just said saw me.
I'm getting major chills.
I just felt like a cold breath on my hand.
Hello, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal, and we are at video number 26 in our top 31, and it is October 6th. So this video, we're going back to Indiana State Sanatorium. In case you can't tell, we had a really good time there. Now, this video is far back because we spent a lot of time trying to look at it, trying to debunk it, and figure out if we're 100% sure about this. I think it's a real good video, but we just had a lot of doubts for it, and that's why it's so far back in the countdown. What's going to happen is we are going to notice something written in the condensation on a window, and then while we're looking at that, we're both standing still, and you're going to see like a figure move very quickly across another window. The reason we looked at it so much is because we are moving a flashlight, but we're standing still. So I don't know if this is something, if I thought it was reflecting off something. We kept watching back at the video. It moves at a different speed than the flashlight, and we move the flashlight back, and the same thing doesn't happen in repeat. So that's why I say I think it's a good video. I couldn't recreate it. I couldn't debunk it with that, which is why it's in this countdown. If I could say 100%, I know what this was, or I don't know what this was, it would probably be much higher up. It's a pretty cool video. I hope you enjoy.
Never alone. Did you see that before? On the window?
There may not have been that kind of condensation before.
heard the conversations on that one and not this one.
You can actually read it with the camera if you put the light back there. Yes?
Is that who wrote The Never Alone? Hi, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal here. It is October 7th, and we are up to video number 25 in our top 31 countdown. For this video, we are going to Mount Olivet Cemetery in Nashville, Tennessee. We do very much enjoy cemetery exploring, and what we were doing this day was we had both split up. We were carrying recorders. I had gone in one direction. Megan had gone to a collection of stones that she felt attracted to. There was one large monument in the center and then equally matching monuments like off either side. So she figured it was going to be like a family, and maybe the middle column was a husband and wife and these were children or in-laws or whatever. And what she was doing was walking from grave to grave, reading them out. And as she was reading them out, we have a couple of EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, that she recorded. And the stone that she was at was a young man when he passed away, and just the EVP sounds like a young man. I think he was 18, 19 years old. He says, "Hey, read me, like read my stone," because she was reading all the others. And when she moves on to the next one, he said, "Come back," which just felt like really natural for a 19-year-old. For fun, we looked up the etymology of hey to see when it was first used, to see if that was like a appropriate time period usage, and it was. So it all checks out, and I think this is a pretty cool recording.
Richard Keaton Weaver, February 10th, 1895 to August 31st, 1917. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Thomas Weaver, M.D., 1873 to 1918.
Hello, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal here, and we are at video number 24 in our top 31 countdown, and it is October 8th. So in this video, we are at the beautiful Cave Hill Cemetery in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're cemetery exploring. Basically, we will go to a cemetery, turn on our S-Box, and kind of see where the spirits are going to lead us. A lot of times, it's almost like we're playing a puzzle game, and they're going to give us clues and try and help us find them, and then once we find that spirit's stone, another one takes over. And that's what you're going to see in this video. It's about 3 minutes, but it's cut down from an entire 20 to 25 minute S-Box session where Megan is listening. Sometimes we'll do it with dowsing rods too, where we can walk around and get different answers and clues. This is a really neat one. I focused on 2 specific families in this one, and you'll hear Megan on the S-Box giving me the clues, and then we get to put it together and find them.
There's a pond in the cemetery, and I can hear the geese and the swans.
Forgive them.
She said forgive them.
They're trespasses.
Oh, forgive them their trespasses. We've actually gotten that before in cemeteries, and I kind of think that might be locking into something residual. If you think of a prayer being said at a burial site. We had that at a EVP that we captured or recorded at Mount Olivet in Nashville, Tennessee.
Consider big.
Biggs? Alright, she said consider Biggs. This is why when I walk around I'm always reading the stones near me. Okay. Left here. She said left here. And doubtful. Wait a minute. No, we just got here.
Did they hear?
Andrew Biggs, born in 1828, died in 1889. Maria Biggs, born in 1830, married in 1856, and died in 1869. Oh, you were so young when you passed away, Maria.
Go down there. Left.
Go down there. Are you talking about down this hill? Oh, is that an anchor? No, that's not an anchor. There's a cross in front of me on a log. I thought the one straight in front of me was an anchor. Sprat? I know you told me there was an anchor, but left.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go left in this section because you said down the hill. And you said there was an anchor. Oh my lord. Sprat! I see you, Sprat. I'm trying to motion to Megan to stay with me or else I won't hear her. Sprat, you're in a tree now. Oh, it did tell me to do the path before, didn't it? Okay. I think she just said you hear us or you're near us. Alright. So there we have Sprat. In memory of Colonel, maybe? W.M. Spratt, born 1782, died 1870. A soldier of 1812. I found you. Sacred to the memory of Grandison Spratt, born November 4th, 1813, died June 28th, 1880. Okay, there's a lot of maintenance vehicles coming by right now. Sacred to the memory of Mary J. Spratt, wife of Grandison Spratt, daughter of Judge S.S. Nicholas, born April 22nd, 1830, died May 8th, 1888. I still don't have the connection to an anchor. He was a soldier in 1812.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Johanna, this is Megan.
Hello, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are up to video number 23 in our top 31 countdown, and it is October 9th. This video is going to bring us to Harriman Hospital in Tennessee. Note, this was the grand opening of it. A fellow named Ronnie D had recently purchased it, or he's leasing it, something along those lines. He also owns Old South Pittsburgh in Tennessee, and phenomenal owner. The owners of locations can really set the tone, and when you have an owner who's interested in historical preservation and respecting the property, you can feel that in a location. So in this investigation, there is a number of people there. It was the grand opening, so it was kind of a big event. We are in one of the upstairs halls, and in any video, I'm just going to call it April's Hall. There is the spirit of a young child that is there, we were having a very playful interaction. Megan was listening to a spirit app, and she was blindfolded. The video camera is looking at a toy horse because we had been having an interaction with April where she had asked to get the horse and all this stuff. Megan's blindfolded. She doesn't know we did that.
More on the horse later.
More on the horse later. But what's going to happen in this video is the tone changes, and you're going to hear us ask April if there's somebody else with her, because it's going to go from that light, playful feeling to something different, as if there's someone else that's taken over. And then you're going to hear Megan saying the words that she's hearing on the spirit app, and then I have it on her recorder because it was loud enough that it was caught on her recorder. And you're going to hear the spirit kind of repeating a word because he really wants her to get this. And it changed the feeling to me and to Megan in the hall as we were interacting.
Jack?
Here comes Steven.
See? Where go?
To Jack again in the room.
Help me?
So
Jack, are you here?
Yes, dead. Lerico's dead, right?
Guys?
I think we got 10% left on the phone.
You?
Is there
Nurse?
Is there someone else here with April?
Hi?
April, who's with you?
Kid? Hush. Hush.
Jack, is this you?
She's next to me.
What color of hair does she have?
Who's with April? What's your name?
Jim? I want respect.
Who's with April? What's your name?
Jim? I want respect.
We respect you.
Do you?
Yes.
We're proud of you too.
Definitely not. Enter. Get out.
Why are you
Wow.
Here.
We were just having fun.
Are we talking to April or Jim?
Jim, are you ready for bed?
It's past bed.
Are we keeping you up?
There is no answer.
Hello, this is Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal, and we are at video number 22 in our top 31 countdown, and it is October 10th. This video is a return to Cave Hill Cemetery. We were cemetery exploring, again, kind of allowing the spirits to lead us around, and we had a really, really neat interaction here. Again, this was from I think around a 20-minute video, and I don't actually know how long this spirit was reaching out to us, because I'd gotten something about a battle a few times, and when we finally found his gravestone, it really, really made sense to what we'd been hearing. But what I want to focus on with this video is the idea of the 3 deaths. So they say there are 3 deaths. There is the day that your body ceases to function. There is the day that you are consigned to the grave, or I suppose burned as ashes. But then the 3rd death is the last time, sometime in the future, when your name is spoken for the last time. So to me, a lot of times when we're doing this cemetery exploring, and it's like the spirits are calling to us and guiding us around, it's a way of keeping them alive in a sense, because we're walking around, we're saying their names, and interacting. Even if we just, like Megan was doing in another video a few days ago, just walking around and reading the information that is on the gravestone, in a way they're still being remembered and they're still being kept alive. And I think that's a cool thing, and I love the way that they lead us around and bring us to them with different clues.
A grave or a mausoleum.
Killed.
France killed.
End wars. Fighting. Shots.
I was by someone before who was in World War One.
Go back.
Go back to the stone from World War One. I can do that. Is that where you would like us to go?
A long day.
Could you tell me some more about it?
Height.
Height. Here's the hard thing too, when we've gotten like a bunch of names like we got, it's hard to tell what's a sentence, what's multiple spirits communicating.
Cross.
Oh my lord! Across the street she just said, look what I just saw. Okay, we're coming. Holy gosh. In memory of Joseph McFarland Humler, born December 27th, 1892, killed in action at Soissons, France, July 20th, 1918. And Megan just said, you're right. So when we were hearing France, thank you very much, Joseph. July 20th, 1918.
The hills.
Megan said the hills. So Joseph, could you tell us a little bit about yourself or whatever you'd like to talk about? Thank you for directing us over here. Do you have other family here, or is it just you here? So that plaque.
I am here in France.
You're here in France. Did they put a stone here? Dual. Did they put a stone here for you, but your body is still in France? It says endowed. I'm going to look them up, see if there's more information I can find.
I am free.
Joseph, if you'd like to tell us more about the battle, I'd appreciate that. Or if you want to just tell us.
They marched.
Okay. Can you tell us? Oh,
All.
that is all. Thank you for communicating with us. You're welcome, sir.
Hello, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal, and we are up to number 21 in our top 31 countdown. It's October 11th. This video is bringing us back to Harriman Hospital, and this is kind of the playful interaction that we were having with the child spirit of April. She had asked about a toy horse. One of the other investigators, or two of the other investigators, went to go get the toy horse. They brought it back. She kept coming back to it, talking about it, asking about it. And then towards the end of this video, one of the other investigators is going to say, oh, by the way, Megan, who's listening to the Spirit app, is blindfolded. She has no idea that that horsey has been brought over, that it's there, that anything about it. So this is really just a fun interaction with a spirit, and it's how a lot of investigations go. We're kind of just playing around and seeing what she wants to do. And at one point, she asks about TikTok. So, hi TikTok. She wanted to be on you, and we told her if she moved that horse, or I told her if she moved that horse, she would be on TikTok. And spoiler alert: don't keep staring at it. It doesn't move. But oh my god,
Don't keep staring at it like Joe did.
If I had any psychic ability in me to like move stuff with my mind, like the X-Men, that horse would have been moving, because I have never willed something so badly, except for maybe winning the lotto or something like that. And
Still haven't done that either.
haven't done that either. But anyway, check out this video and let me know what you think.
Can you go over there and hold that beeping device?
I have a horsey.
Oh,
You want a horsey?
are you at the horsey down the hall?
You want us to bring it down here for you?
Yes. Bring
Okay.
his
You want to go down the way now?
Yes.
here
Sure.
Hello.
to me.
We're going.
We're going to go get the horsey. You gonna make it rock for us?
Right here. I want it.
Okay.
We're going to get it for you.
Hey, April, we got two friends walking down the hallway. Can you bang on the wall and give them a scare?
Yes, they're getting the horsey.
Tony brought.
Yes. They're bringing it to you. Are you gonna get on it and make it rock?
Come to the.
Where do you want us to put the horse at? Oh Lord. Note to self. Chris scares the hell out of everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Do you want us to put the horse down there by the girl?
Put it in the middle of
Okay.
the laser grid.
Here I come. Right here.
Do you stay in this area?
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
scared to
gonna play.
go to another area?
I like this. Pony. Call.
You
Yep.
can, you can
Good.
have the horsey.
We'll leave it wherever you want
I
it
play
left.
with that horse. Good.
Yeah, let's see you play with it.
Can we rock you on it?
Pretty pony.
Yes, it's a very pretty pony.
What do you want to name your pony?
This is very fun.
Am I rocking you on that horse?
It's here. Play. Mine.
It is yours.
I got it.
Can you rock it yourself for me?
It stopped now.
Ride on the horse.
Get on there.
By the way,
Here.
I almost think
he has a
it's
Play.
blindfold on.
Bite.
You gotta bend that left under eyes.
so she didn't know it at the
Happy.
You're
Are
happy?
you happy?
Rock back and forth on it.
TikTok?
That's twice the way it's been TikTok.
April, if you make that horse move, you'll be on TikTok.
For sure.
Hi, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal. This is video number 20 in our top 31 countdown. It is October 12th. This video has us at the lighthouse at St. Augustine, Florida. This photo is probably one of my favorite photos that I've ever taken that you're going to see at the start of the video. And what we have here is a disembodied voice. We have it on both recorders, the recorder I was carrying, the recorder Megan was carrying. And it is what sounds clearly to be a male voice. There were only 3 people in the lighthouse, myself, Megan, and another woman who was the tour guide at the time. We were all the way up at the top of the lighthouse, about to start heading down, and you're gonna hear us react to it as soon as you hear it on the video. Right away, we're reacting to it. So we heard it with our own voice, our own voices, our own ears, and that's why it is a disembodied voice. Warning, it's a little loud, so going from this to that, just be careful about your volume. Hello, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal with a guest appearance from Whiskeytown. This is video number 19 in our top 31 countdown, and it is October 13th. This video was a fun one to do. It was part of a challenge from a YouTube channel called What the Paranormal, and the idea was that you had to bring somebody, blindfolded, whatever, so they didn't know where you were, to a location and see if through the investigation they could guess where you were. So we had a lot of different options, and I opted to go to one of the locations associated with the Battle of Franklin from the American Civil War, the Second Battle of Franklin. And we went to a location called Cleburne Park. So I drove like a serial killer with Megan blindfolded and headphoned as we drove, so that she didn't know where I was going, parked my car, walked her over, and we began the investigation. Megan needed Whiskeytown here today because he's her emotional support cat. And you may see in this video she has trust issues, and I have no idea why.
None whatsoever.
No clue.
But Megan, where do you think we might be?
So I did put the Xbox on when we were here, and I thought I heard it say "flames" and "wake up." So I'm guessing we're at a location connected to the Battle of Franklin, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm going to have you put your headphone back on, set up the S-Box. Yep.
Yes.
What is your name?
Patrick?
Patrick. Patrick, can you tell me your last name?
We can't make it.
We can't make...
Sniper? Wood?
Are you talking about the sniper in the Lotes house? Is there a Union soldier up there?
The mill?
Are you trying to urge your men forward?
It is. It's either said to die or today.
Both pretty apt. Can you tell me what the date is or what the year is?
Over there.
Where? Where are you looking?
Help. Sniper.
Sniper again. Can I help you? I wonder if a lot of this, what she's getting, is going to be residual and not so much in reaction to what I say.
Bless us.
I'm going to try and take
Cleburne?
Megan. She just said Cleburne. Patrick Cleburne, is that you? I'm going to try and move her to another historical plaque. I want to move a little bit further on, so just take my hand. I promise I won't walk you into anything. Megan has trust issues.
Keep moving.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what state are you from?
Kansas?
Kansas. Were you injured in the Battle of Franklin? Or are you caring for a soldier from the Battle of Franklin?
Wounded.
Where were you wounded?
Help.
How can I help you?
My head.
Hey. So there's someone walking with her dog. So I'm just
What
gonna
is that?
I'm gonna move you off of the ground onto the grass so that she can walk by and we're not gonna be in her way.
Okay.
So put your hand on my shoulder or I'll take your hand. You are gonna walk on grass.
Stop. Ow. Okay. Stop. It said your hand hurts. That was for
Okay.
me. Not really. But
I walked
I was
Megan in.
surprised.
I walked Megan into a signpost. Into
It
the
was the same voice that had said stop
stanchion.
before I walked into whatever that was. Here somewhere.
Can you tell me what division you are? Again, I think a lot of this. H. Did I see H on this sign over here?
Food. What?
They were numbers.
Like violin music.
Alright, I'm gonna have Megan not remove her blindfold yet, but
Too busy? What's up?
alright, so we've reached our time.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna ask you again. Don't take off your blindfold yet.
I didn't.
But yeah. Where do you wanna guess we are?
Okay, so since I got Patrick Cleburne and Emil at one point, I'm very certain that we are at the Battle of Franklin, and I am pretty certain that we are actually in the Cleburne Park, which is, I don't know which direction, but just up the street from where the Lotz house is. We got about kids hiding, and so I know that they've been hiding across the street from the Lotz house in the big brick house.
Okay. So go ahead and remove your blindfold.
Are we in Cleburne Park?
We're absolutely in Cleburne Park. There is the monument over there for Cleburne. We're basically right at the Union lines. So I would like to very much thank What the Paranormal.
Oh, that's what I walked into.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thanks, Joe. Oh, look at all this space to not walk into something.
I would like to thank What the Paranormal because this was awesome fun. We had a lot of different options that I could have gone to. If you're ever in the Nashville area, anybody watching this, the Lotz house, the Carter house, this area that was at the center of the Battle of Franklin, it's so active, it's so amazing. I knew that we'd get some good reactions. Even if a lot of it's residual, I knew we were going to get something good just coming here. So I appreciate everybody watching. And I definitely appreciate What the Paranormal for this very fun interaction. Say goodbye, Megan.
Hi.
Hello, Megan and Johanna here from Travelers Paranormal. We are up to video number 18 in our top 31 countdown. And it is October 14th. So this video brings us back to Harriman Hospital. Again, we were at the grand opening. There was several people there. In this video, we are with J.B. Coates, paranormal investigator and author. Not with us at the moment is Richard Estep, also author, lots of books. Fantastic writers if you want to check them out. This is a fun one. So Spirit had told us he wanted us to stop videoing. I turned off my handheld camera, and not even thinking about the fact that Megan had on her body camera. This is an audio only for obvious reasons that you're about to see.
The chair.
What was that? That was my camera.
Nice.
Wow. That means my battery is dying.
Good luck.
Thank you.
It means your battery is dying.
Can I have light?
That was wow.
He said beep just before it beeps.
That's crazy.
Hello, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal here at video number 17 of our top 31 countdown. And it's October 15th. This video, so it's always nice to get an EVP, electronic voice phenomenon. But where it's not nice to get one, and especially one that sounds as creepy as this one, is the room that you're sleeping in. So we were at Indiana State Sanatorium. We were asleep, and we had left an audio recorder in the room that we were sleeping in. And at around, what did we think, like 2 or 3 a.m.?
We went to sleep at 2, so this was...
Somewhere around 3 a.m., I think, is when we look back at our transcript, probably when we recorded this lovely message from a spirit. Hello, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal. We are up to video number 16 in our top 31 challenge on October 16th. Like how that worked out. Anyway, this is a cool video. We were playing hide and go seek. We were playing hide and go seek with a spirit up at the Horridge House in Vinton, Iowa. Cool story about how we managed to find ourselves in Iowa. I was on Facebook. I saw a paranormal group in the area called Lowman Paranormal that had a video that they were premiering of an investigation or a series of investigations at the Horridge House. And so we drove up to Vinton, Iowa to see the premiere. And then a little while later, I saw some information about an event called The Walk in the Past. This was being put on by Josh and Kate Hopkins, and they were paired up with Lowman Paranormal and the Historical Society, and what they were doing was they were going to do a historic walk around the town center, and then there was going to be several different investigations, and they had a few celebrities there as well. So they had TV's Dave Schrader was there, Josh Hurd, owner of the Malvern Manor. Megan's going to show off a book about Malvern Manor. And then a fellow named Chad Lindbergh, who has several movie and TV credits to his name and was a super cool human being. We investigated several different locations in town, and Horridge House, of course, being one of them, the one that I was super looking forward to after seeing the premiere of the video. So we were in an upstairs bedroom. We feel like we were playing hide and go seek with kind of like a playful spirit. You can tell from our tone that we were being very playful. Seemed like we thought it was like a child spirit. He was leading Megan around the room, using dowsing rods and S-box to communicate with us. And there was like a weird moment. There was a moment at the end. Say hi, Whiskey Town. There's a moment at the end where maybe it felt like a little bit more serious than it had been. But yeah, so far everything's okay. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video of a cat walking across my computer.
Whiskey.
I'm not redoing this intro because yeah, I was at the end of it, and then he decided no, walk into it. So, enjoy.
Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal. We are here at the Horridge House. We're in one of the upstairs bedrooms. And over there is a mannequin in a black dress. And when I came in here, I almost had a heart attack.
Invisible?
I cannot see you right now. Sometimes things can show on this camera, but it's very hard. What, can you give me direction as to where you are, and I'll try and look in that direction? I asked before if you lived here. If you lived here, could you cross the dowsing rods? If you didn't live in this house, could you open them wide?
He's coming.
Who's coming? Could you tell me his name?
Kitty cat?
Kitty cat?
Is there a cat?
Yeah, if there's a ghost cat, Megan's gonna find it.
Ezra?
Ezra? Ezra, if you would like to communicate with us, can you cross those dowsing rods? If not, could you open them?
I'm already here.
Okay, are you in this room with us then? Ezra, if you're in the room with us, could you cross the dowsing rods?
Do not waste this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ezra, is there something you'd like to tell us? We're listening. We'd like to learn about you.
Can you see me?
I cannot see you, Ezra. I'm looking around the room now with my camera, but I don't see you. Where should I look? I'm looking where Megan has the rods, but I don't see anyone.
Hiding?
You're hiding? Are you playing a game with us, Ezra? Okay, like it legit looks like there's a face over there, so I need to turn my light on for a second. Oh, gosh. That freaked the hell out of me. I mean, I knew it wasn't paranormal because it was way too solid, but that freaked the hell out of me. Okay, Ezra, are you playing a game? Are you hiding, buddy?
Look behind you.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm looking behind me, Ezra. Are you near the bed, or are you behind Megan? Ezra, I'm looking. Can you point the dowsing rods in the direction that you're at?
Yes. Or it is.
Oh, it is. Okay. So those dowsing rods are looking straight over here. So are you in the chair, Ezra? For the record, I feel like something's touching my elbow right now. I don't see anything. Ezra, are you in the chair or are you touching my elbow?
To the side.
I'm trying to look for you, buddy. Were you touching my elbow?
We replace. Hey, Joe, look at me.
Megan said to look at her, so I'm looking at her. I don't know what she needs. She's looking behind her. Ezra, are you next to Megan? Oof, I
was there.
I just got a cold chill down my back. I just got a cold chill down my back. So now in this clip, I've slowed it down a little bit to hopefully let you see better. You'll see that little dot just kind of dip down next to her side. That's what her headphones are hooked up to. And then Meg reaches up to them. This video is the same thing. It's slowed down even more. So you see that she has her hand out straight, holding her hand out. And then you're going to see the little, look at that little spot that's on her headphones. So you're going to see that duck down really quickly. And then her hand is going to start coming up as she's going to, there it goes. And then her hand's going to start coming up as she's going to grab onto her headphones. Ezra, you were next to Megan? She had I was there. Okay, buddy.
My back feels really cold,
Mine too right now.
and I was feeling, it just said fear. I was feeling like this.
Like something was tugging at you?
Yes.
Ezra, was that you pulling at Megan?
Twins.
Yes, Megan and I are twins. I just feel like I can touch my arm. Megan and I are twins. Megan is following the dowsing rods. Ezra, did you have any siblings? So the dowsing rods brought her into the corner and then opened up. Is that you, Ezra? You playing a game?
Watch.
I'm watching. I'm watching Megan and the rods.
Sit there.
Megan shook her head. No, we're not allowed to sit on the furniture. There's notes that say not to sit. So we can't sit down, Ezra, but you can sit down, I'm sure.
You can.
Thank you for your permission, but the current owners of the house have notes that say not to sit. So unfortunately we cannot.
Are you twins?
Yes. Yes, Ezra, we are twins. That's Megan and I'm Johanna. It's nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hide? You want to play hide and seek? Like you were playing before?
Come follow.
I can't see you, Ezra. Do you want to use those dowsing rods and point in the direction and then we'll follow you? If you could say yes or no to let me know.
Joe, is that closet door open? The attic. It was closed before, wasn't it?
I don't know. So Megan's asking about the closet door.
That's where the rods are pointing now. Wait, let me in front of you.
Okay. You want us to open the closet door, Ezra?
This is what it did when it led me to the bed, and then it led me to the chair. It said something, but then I lost one of my speakers. It's just a closet.
Okay, Ezra.
But I think it said bad move.
Bad news. Alright, we'll close the closet. That's probably how it was. Alright, we closed the closet door again. It's probably how it was when we came in because it seems like it doesn't close all the way. Why is that a bad move?
Fearless. Right?
Sure. That was the most convincing sure ever. Are you going to hide again, Ezra?
You're alright.
Okay, so you're hiding again? Ezra, could you make a noise from where you are? And then we can follow the noise.
Stay much. Sitting here.
Okay, did Megan find you again? You're sitting with that weird, scary mannequin in the black dress?
They saw me.
Hello, Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal. It's October 17th, and we are up to video number 15 in our top 31 pieces of paranormal evidence. This video has us walking the old Natchez Trace. We are in Hohenwald, Tennessee, the site where famed explorer Meriwether Lewis came to his demise mysteriously. And what we are doing right now is walking on an old part of the original Natchez Trace. It's a 444-mile road that goes between Nashville, Tennessee, and Natchez, Mississippi. Huge for, travel, goods, all of that kind of stuff. Troop movement during the War of 1812. And a spot that we have found holds a lot of residual energy. Natchez Trace was a dangerous path. People were traveling with goods either to go sell them or coming back with money from the goods that they sold down in Natchez. And so it was known for highway robbery and just a lot of danger and trouble on this traveled path. And that's kind of what we get whenever we go there. We get a lot of residual sounds of might be a robbery, and this trip did not disappoint. I probably cut this down from about a 25-minute S-Box session and walk, so please enjoy.
Here they come.
Oh.
Now, as we were talking about in the Pioneer Cemetery, we do have a tendency of getting a lot of residual haunting in this area. We've heard the sounds of what may be robberies. So, one more try. I'm going to see if we can get anything that interacts or anything. Right there. I'm Johanna, this is Megan. If there's someone who would like to... I'm counting. I'm taking inventory. Okay, so I think this location is fantastic for residual haunting. And I think that's... More coming too. I think that's what Megan's hearing. So in case you haven't seen our other videos... Maybe 3, wait. 23 weeks. In case you haven't seen our other videos in this area, behind us is the location we're on October 10th, 1809. They passed. Meriwether Lewis mysteriously may have been murdered, committed suicide, we're not sure. The Natchez Trace was an important path for economics. I'm scared to death. So yeah, I think we're definitely hearing more residual. It was a dangerous path. There would be a lot of robbers and highwaymen waiting out. Because a lot of people would take their goods down the Mississippi River. Almost time now. Almost. They would take their goods down the Mississippi River and then travel back on land using this old path. And going back before European settlers, Native Americans also used this as a path. It goes from Nashville, Tennessee to Natchez, Mississippi, and if you ever get a chance, it's 440-something miles. It's a beautiful drive. Wait, they're in the way. Who's in the way? I'll see if we can get a response, but I think it's residual. They'll come out here. So imagine, if you can, some kind of like highwayman hiding back there in this dense brush. Your friends are calling. Waiting for the next group of travelers to come. It was a long path. People would take days to travel it. So it was hard to hear from people, so they wouldn't be expecting.
I think they passed. I only saw 2.
We don't mean to scare you or cause you any harm.
Is that fire?
We're just travelers passing through. We're no danger. Would you like to speak to us? My name's Johanna. This is Megan. Could you tell me your name?
It's dangerous. Bring an army.
We are no threat to you. Part of the history of the trace is
No, we don't need it.
during the War of 1812. Troops moved back here, but I feel like she might have heard someone warning someone like the trace is dangerous. Bring someone with you, and someone else throwing caution to the wind and saying we don't need it. That's how I imagine that conversation going. If you've seen our other videos, you know that we really believe in place memories, and that's what I think residual hauntings are, so it makes sense.
10 or 20.
10 or 20 what? I'm going to try and see if we can get interaction, but I think it's residual.
Come down now. From the stage. Think before you do. Allow me to assist you.
Yes. What are you carrying with you?
Highwayman.
Yeah. I feel like a highwayman.
It's a trap.
Allow me to assist you.
You've reached Hohenwald.
Huh. So that is actually where we are. Hohenwald, Tennessee. That is where Meriwether Lewis on, as I said, October 10th, 1809, stopped at Grinder's Stand for the night. Taking a picture of this beautiful path. He stopped at Grinder's Stand for the night, and
Hey, what's up?
hey, how you doing?
Behind you, on the right.
What am I looking for? What's behind me on the right?
Waiting.
Who's waiting?
Harry,
Harry?
turn.
Which way should I turn? And I'm asking questions, trying to interact, but there's no guarantee that anyone's hearing me or reacting to me.
Back here. In the woods.
How many are you?
Victim.
You saying you're...
Hey, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal here, and we are up to video number 14 in our top 31 countdown. It's October 18th. This is a fun video. We're using a different method of communication. We're using dowsing rods. At this point, it wasn't a tool that we'd been using very often, so you're going to kind of see us learning as we go with it. This is cut down from probably about a 30-minute interaction. We're at a cemetery I think it's the Old Baptist Cemetery in Hannibal, Missouri. We'd gone on a ghost tour, and the ghost tour ended at the cemetery. They handed out dowsing rods and let people wander, and so we were reaching out to any spirits to see if anyone wanted to communicate with us. And we did end up communicating with a spirit, and there was more twist, and I couldn't have made this up, and there was more twists and turns in this investigation than I could have predicted or would have thought. And so you see us learning how to use dowsing rods, and I think the surprises in the investigation is probably one of the reasons why this is so high on our list because it was just an out of the ordinary, and it was a fun investigation.
Were you a soldier in the Civil War? If you were a soldier in the Civil War, can you cross the rods? Or if you were somehow connected to the Civil War, can you cross the rods? If you were buried here before the Civil War, can you cross the rods? If you were buried here before the Civil War, can you cross the rods?
Okay. Just to confirm, if you were buried here after the Civil War, can you cross the rods?
Do you know when the Civil War was? If you know what I'm talking about with the Civil War, can you cross the rods? If you do not know what I am talking about with the Civil War, can you open the rods?
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Have you ever heard of the war between the states? If you've heard of the war between the states, can you cross the rods? Or actually, can you just make the rods go back to center, please? I understand you don't know what the Civil War is. Can you make the rods go back to center? If you've ever heard of the war between the states, can you cross the rods?
Interesting. So,
was this place called? No. I don't know where to go from there.
it's very limited with yes or no questions. Do you know what year it was that you were here? If you know what year it was, can you cross the rods? If you don't know the year, can you open the rods?
How old is the person that we're speaking to? If you
Yeah, we're going to play the same game. I was going to start narrowing down by years. You want to go by age?
If you were under 10 years old, can you cross the rods? If you're older than 10 years old, can you make them open? If you're less than 10 years old, can you cross the rods? If you're older than 10 years old, can you make them open? I just got a tremor in my hand.
That's less than 10 years old.
No, but I got a tremor in my hand that made my hand jump.
We'll try it again.
I apologize. That's my fault, not your fault. I want them to be centered. If you were 10 years old or less, can you make the rods cross? Okay.
Okay. Can you straighten them again? Can you straighten the rods again? You're doing really, really good. No.
That's a little bit much.
Bring them to me. Point them to me.
Isn't that a pretty bird song? Do you like listening to the birds? If you like listening to the birds, can you cross the rods? Thank you.
Okay.
Can you straighten the rods again? Make them point straight again, please. How much time do you think we have?
This video is at about 8 minutes right now. Okay, straight. Point them to me.
Okay. So I'm gonna say numbers. When I say how old you were, can you make the rods cross? Were you 10? When you were
Here.
You 3. Are you trying to make the rods cross? Were you 3?
No. So 3-year-old male, not born in Hannibal.
Can you make the rods straighten again?
Did your family live here or were they traveling through?
If your family lived here, can you make the rods cross? And if they traveled through, can you make the rods open? Can you make the rods go back to center, please? Very good.
Very, very good. If your family was traveling on the river, can you cross the rods? And if they traveled by wagon or train, can you point them out? Okay, so your family was traveling on the river. If that's right, can you straighten the rods out? Okay, so family was traveling on the river.
Did your family want to be traveling? Or did they have to? If they wanted to travel, can you cross the rods? If they had to, can you open them?
Would a 3-year-old know that?
Yes. 3-year-old would know if their family was happy about traveling or not happy about
Oh, that's
traveling.
true. Good point. So we're going with had to.
So are you saying your family had to travel? Well, please straighten the rods again. Please put the rods back to straight.
You're doing really good.
You are doing really good. Because you know what I'm thinking.
I don't know. Continue, or do you need me to stop? I'm gonna stop the video so we can confer, audience.
Let the rods stay straight, please.
Megan is gonna get set. All right, buddy, just hold those rods straight for a second. All right, you're doing really good. Can I ask you another question? If you want to keep answering our questions, cross the rods. If you want to keep talking to us, go ahead and cross the rods.
If you want us to leave, then point them out.
Okay, good, because I was going to be really sad.
Yeah, I was going to be a little bit sad too, buddy. Can you make the rods go back to... We might not have a choice much longer. Can you make the rods go straight?
All right, we might not have that much longer, buddy. Okay, so was it just your family traveling on the river, or were you traveling with a lot of people? If it was just your family, cross the rods. And if you were traveling with a lot of people, point them out wide.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Can you put the rods back to straight, please?
Okay, can you please put the rods back to straight and then we can keep talking? So, 3-year-old, not born in Hannibal, family was traveling through on the river with a lot of people.
Are your parents here too? If your parents are here, can you cross the rods?
Good thought.
If
Well,
your parents are not here, can you make them wide?
you already said his family kept traveling.
I mean, his parents. You said they were traveling, just not from here. You didn't say that they kept traveling. Did he?
I did. I asked if they stopped here or if they kept traveling.
Saying now that his parents are here.
So, your parents are buried in this cemetery too? Can you straighten the rods, bud?
Good job, buddy.
Good job. Okay, Can you cross the rods if your parents are buried here as well? If your parents are buried here with you, can you cross, or buried here too, can you cross the rods? And if not, can you open them wide?
So your parents are buried here. Can you put the rods back straight, please?
Okay.
Put the rods back straight.
So your parents might be buried here, but you had more family that traveled.
If you had more family that traveled, can you open the rods up?
Okay. So he's not alone here.
Can you make the rods go straight? Thank you.
We will be the last ones back on this bus.
Yeah, they're going to have to make us go, buddy. We're talking to you. Can you point to where your parents are buried? Or if your parents are buried right here as well, can you cross the rods? Either point to where your parents are buried, or is there a mosquito on my neck?
No, I don't see anything.
Okay. Oh. Then. Either.
You let yourself get set again.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, there wasn't a mosquito there. Alright. Buddy, I'm going to put the rods back up. Can you leave the rods at straight, please? Can you point to where your father is buried? Or if your father is buried here with you, can you cross the rods?
Okay.
Can you make the rods go straight again, please? Can you... what?
I'm trying to think of how to phrase this in yes and no questions.
Can you point to where your mother is buried? Or if your mother is buried here with you, can you open the rods? Can you point to where your mother is buried? Or if your mother is buried here with you, can you open the rods? If your mother is buried here with you, can you close the rods? If your mother is buried somewhere else, can you open the rods?
I can't tell if it's trying to cross or if it's trying to point.
Buddy, I'm going to reset the rods.
The next question would be if they were sick or if they were hurt.
Well, let's try to figure out if she's buried here or buried somewhere else.
Okay. All right, buddy.
We're not going to go. If she's buried somewhere else, we're not going to go there. We're going to stay here with you. If your mother is buried with you, can you cross the rods? And if she's buried somewhere else, can you point to where she is buried? We're going to stay here with you regardless. Let's try that again, since you hit me with the rod.
It's okay, buddy.
We're staying here with you.
Until the bus leaves.
Until they make us leave. If your mother is buried here with you, can you cross the rods? If she is not, can you point to where she is buried?
So,
I mean, like, there are tombstones, obviously. So am I...
It doesn't seem like he's trying to cross. It seems like he's trying to point. So maybe not, maybe him and his dad are in this spot.
So are you and your dad, let's make the rods go back straight, please.
Hey, we're gonna have back, guys. You're more than welcome. Don't come out here by yourself, so.
Okay.
All right, buddy. We are gonna go. Because you're making us go. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here with your dad. I got one more quick question. Were you sick? If you were sick and that's how you died, can you cross the rods? Or if you were hurt, can you open the rod wide? So if you were sick, cross the rods. And if you were hurt, open the rods. All right, looks like we got crossing.
All right, thank you, buddy.
All right,
put the rods back to straight.
He's like, no, then you can't leave.
You just said you're leaving.
Okay.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Hi, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal here, and we are at video lucky number 13 in our top 31 countdown here on October 19th. We are again at the Indiana State Sanatorium. This is a collection from an S-Box session that we had at the nurses station. And the reason I pulled this out and the reason that I really like this clip is that, like I said before, Indiana State Sanatorium reopened to the public a couple of years ago. We got on it pretty quickly because as soon as I saw it open, I booked a date for it. And it felt like there were times where the spirits were learning how to use the equipment that we had. Throughout the entire night, we had a number of disembodied voices. We had another number of door slams, and we were hearing noises like that. And to me, that's the spirits communicating in the way that they can. And then kind of as things are going on, they're starting to use the equipment more and more. And you hear that really clearly when Megan is using our S-Box, and she's talking about how she hears voices on the S-Box, the way they sound with the radio frequencies. And then she's also hearing it separate, but not like it's the S-Box. And I think that's the spirits learning how to use the equipment and communicate with us. And so that made this one kind of stand out as a memorable piece of evidence.
Is there anyone here with us?
Not me. You?
Me.
I can't. Something?
I know it's hard and you're just getting used to this kind of stuff, but you can use those radio frequencies to speak to us.
I think it had please, something, something, you, something. It was two different voices. Look.
Look where?
Here.
Am I looking the right way?
Right way. Yes.
Okay. What do you want me to look at?
Watching.
Yeah. That's what it says on the wall.
I see you.
You said help. How do I help you?
I feel like I keep hearing someone say help me though. But it sounds like a voice. It doesn't even sound like it's the S-Box. I feel like I just heard the help me again that's not the S-Box. The help me again that's not the S-Box. Like I think it's colder right here than it is here. Just heard help me, but like in the S-Box, not like the other way I was hearing it.
This is Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are up to video number 12 in our top 31 countdown on October 20th. We are once again going back to Harriman, old historic Harriman Hospital, otherwise known as We are upstairs in the hall that we refer to as April's Hall. Again, Megan is listening to a spirit app. She is blindfolded and down the hall, which makes this clip phenomenal. And it's really going to speak for itself.
Which, at this point, you guys didn't know that because I blindfolded myself. No one, only the person who set me up knew I was blindfolded.
Yeah, we didn't know you were blindfolded. But yeah, I'm going to let this go. It speaks for itself.
How many fingers am I holding up right now?
Hold out.
How many fingers do you see me holding up?
2.
Thank you.
Holy.
Hi, this is Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are up to video number 11 on October 21st. This video, I'm super excited to be telling you about. We are at a fantastic location, the Hotel Metropolitan in Paducah, Kentucky. Now, this location is a small hotel. It's been operating for a while, so a lot of famous musicians in that time stayed there. And so we were using music as an investigation tool. We were doing a Estes Method spirit communication. A fellow named Justin was listening to a spirit app. He was not only blindfolded, but he was down the hall and in a completely different room from us, so that he had noise-canceling headphones. He couldn't hear what we were saying. He was just listening to his spirit app. And we were pretty sure that we were in communication with some very, very famous musicians. And this clip right here confirms several of the names of the people that we are in communication with. So I hope you enjoy it.
How many are there of you? 4. 4, that's us.
Or 4. So if there's 4 of you, we're talking to Sam and Ray, and who else?
Fitz. Ella Fitzgerald?
Okay, so Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, Ella Fitzgerald. Can you tell us who the 4th is?
Aretha.
Aretha?
Stop it.
Is that Aretha Franklin?
Of course. Diva.
Yes.
Diva.
Diva.
Hey, this is Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are at number 10. We've cracked the top 10 of our top 31 pieces of paranormal investigation in the first 5 years of our group's existence. And what a location to do it with. This is the mysterious Monroe House in
Hartford City,
Indiana, a location I love. We've been to it a couple of times. This was our first investigation there. This was actually before the investigation. We were kind of, oh, yes, go ahead and show that. This is a book about the location, and super cool. My historical research into the house and tracing back its ownership and trying to make sense of the hauntings and stories that we've been getting. I actually get mentioned twice in that book.
Who wrote
2
this
times.
book?
Richard Estep wrote that book. That's more of his books. But yeah, so super cool to be in that book and be credited as a researcher and historian. Anyway, so number 10, the mysterious Monroe House. This is before the investigation begins. We are walking around with Eddie, the super cool owner of the mysterious Monroe House, and you know, another cool thing that we get to see doing this is how much our videos have progressed. Because this is in number 10 because I love this location, and these 2 EVPs that we captured or recorded on this are fun. But I hate the way I was doing videos back then, and I'm glad that we have progressed since then. Anyway, go ahead, watch the video. I hope you enjoy it.
Shut that door, didn't
I don't remember.
okay. Was I first one?
You were first, so I was last, but I don't
Okay, maybe.
I might have.
Okay.
I do close doors a lot.
Okay, and it could be the wind got it too. We shut that door, didn't we?
I don't remember.
Okay. Was I first one?
You were first, so I was last, but I don't.
Okay, maybe.
I might have.
Okay.
I do close doors a lot.
Okay, and it could be the wind got it too. We shut that door, didn't we?
I don't remember.
Okay. Was I first one?
You were first, so I was last, but I don't.
Okay, maybe.
I might have.
Okay.
I do close doors a lot.
Okay, and it could be the wind got it too.
Hello, this is Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are up to number 9 in our top 31, and it's October 23rd. This one's a little bit more serious. So this investigation began because we were participating in a challenge from What the Paranormal on YouTube, and the challenge was to research a serial killer and then do an investigation based around that. And Megan decided to research a serial killer in East Tennessee. I don't think he like attacked, but he wasn't really I don't think it was enough murders to technically be a serial killer.
I think there were, because you just need like 3.
Okay.
The multiple attacks. He was
multiple attacks.
East Tennessee in the Knoxville, Maryville, Alcoa area.
And he was referred to as the Night Marauder. Now, the reason this is a little bit more serious is in that investigation of him, there was a man named Morris Mays, and he was actually arrested for the attacks and found guilty and put to death, despite the fact that the attacks continued while he was in jail during his trial and then after he was put to death. So the reason this is more serious is because the Beck Cultural Center in Knoxville, Tennessee, has a petition to sign to get his name cleared and him exonerated. This video is going to go up on TikTok and YouTube, and on YouTube, because TikTok doesn't really do links very well, but on YouTube, I'm going to have a link to go and sign that petition. I've signed it, Megan signed it, because in our research, clearly it was not him. It was more likely that somebody involved in the investigation didn't like him. And you know, where something is done wrong, it should be righted, and it was clearly wrong. And this is one of those times where I've talked about owners, I've talked about paranormal groups, working with historical societies. This is one of those moments where being paranormal investigators and researching the history and the truth of events can actually have bigger effects. And if I can get one person who's watching this video to go and sign that petition to get his name cleared and exonerated, I would greatly appreciate that. This video is, we went to where he is buried in an unmarked grave, and we went to that cemetery. I don't know exactly where he is buried, but we were trying to do a S-Box Estes method again so that Megan doesn't know the questions I'm asking. She can't give answers that make sense and try and change what she's hearing in the S-Box, or her mind can't try and make sense of it. She can only tell me what she's hearing because she doesn't know what I'm asking. So this is cut down from probably, I think we might have been there for close to 30 minutes. So I've cut it down to give some of the more pertinent parts to Morris Mays. So thank you very much for watching.
This is Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal. So we are at the Oddfellows Cemetery in Knoxville. So a while ago, and I'll link the video, we did a Paragames challenge from What the Paranormal. And in it we had to research a serial killer. Megan chose a serial killer in Knoxville. So during the efforts to find the serial killer, there was a young man named Morris Mays, and he was accused of being the serial killer and actually put to death, although he was not the killer because the murders continued and the attacks continued. after his passing. But he's buried in the Oddfellows Cemetery.
Let us kneel?
Megan said, let us kneel. He's buried in this cemetery. Let us kneel here, she said. So he's buried in this cemetery, an unmarked grave. Morris Mays, are you here, or is there some mistake? That could be Morris Mays, because obviously they were mistaken in accusing him of being the Night Stalker. If there's someone here who'd like to communicate, that's Megan, I'm Johanna. Could you tell me your name?
Leave here not.
Leave here not. Okay, I was a little concerned with the leave here. Are you saying that you've never left here? You can't leave here?
Hiding.
Hiding.
Went for days.
Now, there's also a possibility that this is all residual because she's been getting communication since I first started, since she turned on that S-Box. So I'm gonna...
What's the intent here?
What's the intent here? Megan and my intent...
Listen to me.
Listen to me. I'm listening. That is our intent, actually. We would like to listen to you and learn about you.
See me.
I don't see you. I don't have anything with me to help me see you, but if you give me directions...
Yes?
Yes. If you give me directions, I will try and come to you.
I'm fed up.
You're fed up? You can talk to us. Tell us what's going on.
Please talk sense.
Please talk sense. What has you fed up?
Not at peace.
You're not at peace? Can you tell us about that? Maybe there's not at peace here. Maybe there's something we can do to help you? If I can, I will try if you tell me who you are or anything. Violent?
Lied.
Lied. So you're not at peace here. We have the word violent and lied. Can you tell me your name? Or can you confirm if this is Morris Mays? If it's not, it's fine. We'll stay here and communicate with you. There's efforts right now to get...
Truth is coming, have trust.
The truth is coming, have trust. There are efforts right now to get Morris Mays exonerated. I know Megan and I have both signed a petition to have his name cleared. So, me just trying to make sense of what Megan...
These are things.
To talk
about.
Talking about the truth coming to me, yes. So, my hope is that I need
some truth.
Some truth. Is this Morris Mays who's communicating with us? For my soul. If this is Morris Mays,
to be at peace,
which this all very much, given what I know about you, sounds like it is you. There are efforts to get your name cleared and exonerated, and there are a lot of people who know the truth and that you were not the Night Stalker. And one of the worst things is he helped. There was other instances where he was helping protect people.
Not a game.
Not a game. If this is Morris Mays, there's an effort to have your name exonerated. So if that's what you're saying, the truth is coming, I hope that will come very, very soon for you.
Help them absolve.
Help them absolve. I will definitely share out that petition again if that's what you're saying. Help them absolve you. I think it's the Beck Cultural Center is the one that has the petition and that has been working on the exoneration. And definitely in this video,
building
hope. Building hope with.
Hope with.
Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. Building hope with. help, we'll definitely share out that information about the petition so that other people can learn about you and sign it to have your name exonerated. Because it clearly wasn't you, and it was a gross misjustice that you were accused and put to death for crimes that you definitely never committed and couldn't have committed. They continued after you were jailed.
No more violence.
No more violence.
Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal. We are at number 8 in our top 31 countdown on October 24th, building up to Halloween. So this is a fantastic location. This is going to be an S-Box interaction Estes method that we had in the upstairs bedroom of the Lotes house. So the Lotes house has been mentioned in some of the other videos, but we haven't had anything yet, I think, from inside of it. This is a house that was basically at the center of the Union line from the Second Battle of Franklin. And what makes this so notable is we had such good, relevant responses. This was Estes Method S-Box, so Megan's listening to the S-Box. She has noise-canceling headphones. She doesn't know what I'm asking to try and make sense of what she's hearing to make sense to what I'm asking. And the answers she gets, I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm going to let you listen to the video. Are fantastic. The only thing that makes me sad is, again, doing this, we're seeing our development too in our investigations, is that it's audio over pictures because I didn't have a good night vision video camera with me. So this would be probably higher if I actually had the video to go along with it. But take a listen. I mean, fantastic. Just I couldn't have asked for a better interaction. Her answers to the questions I was asking were so relevant. So please enjoy the video.
Arnold, are you still here?
Sam?
Sam?
General Hood.
Was he your commanding officer?
Yes. Corporal?
Is that your rank?
Yes.
Can you tell me your name?
7. Spirits.
7 spirits. Are Sam and Arnold still here?
Yes.
Sam, were you a corporal?
Once.
Did you serve in the Union or the Confederate Army?
Union? What?
What other battles were you in?
Nashville? Shiloh?
You're doing excellent.
Nashville?
Nashville and Shiloh?
Lynchburg?
Is this still Sam? Sam, what state were you from?
And can you tell me what state you're from?
Minnesota?
Can you tell me what city you're from?
East something? Ooh, I think it said Tolliver.
I just saw an orb. Is WT here? Can you tell us what the WT stands for?
I did.
Oh. Is it Willard? Tolliver?
Yes.
When did you carve your initials?
At night?
The night of the battle? Did you carve your initials on November 30th?
Oh, I heard a child's voice, but I couldn't understand it.
How many of us are in this room?
7?
There are 3 for
6.
the record. 6. Did someone just leave?
Yes.
Willard, Sam, and Arnold. Are you still here?
Hospital.
What was your injury?
Side. Bleeding. Hurt.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Surgery.
Was your surgery in this room?
My arm.
Right arm or left arm?
Left arm.
You're doing so well. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yes.
Do you know who the president is?
Lincoln.
Very good, thank you.
Lincoln.
Are you always at this house, or do you go around the area?
Davis.
Oh.
Davis. I don't know, I'm by a wall, but like I'm getting cold. But it might be the room getting cold too. Especially like here. Yes.
Are you making the room colder?
I just thought it said Abraham Lincoln and then yes. Are you asking who the president is?
I did.
They're like fighting back and forth.
Hello, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are at video number 7 on our top 31 countdown on October 25th. So back on the 22nd, when we were doing video number 10, I introduced you to the mysterious Monroe House. And there's the book. Book by Richard E. Stepp about that house. And this video, so our first investigation there, like I was excited and I felt like we had a good time. People talk about the house being dark and you know, stuff like that. We weren't really feeling that. We were having a good time. And when I tell you the feeling in an investigation can change very, very quickly. This was our literal very last moments of the investigation. You can hear us and the gentleman that we're with. He's saying, I'm heading north and they're heading south. We're all leaving. Ha ha ha. You don't have permission to come home with us. Ha ha ha. And then we get this interaction. We are actually playing the S box out loud, which is neat because you guys get to hear it. So you're gonna hear of it circling through the different. That was pretty good. Of it circling through the different radio stations, and I'll have text on there for where we hear responses.
It's gonna start when we mention how nice the house is.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about how nice the house is, and
it'll be when Eddie finishes.
Yeah, and then we get these answers, and the feeling and the mood changed.
They're going south, and I'm going north.
And you're staying right here.
Right.
Because none of you have permission to follow us home or come with us.
You live here in your beautiful house when Eddie finishes fixing it up.
It'll look magnificent.
I think when you said when Eddie finishes fixing it up, it said he can't.
He can or he can't?
He can't.
Huh.
With teeth. Why not? Us.
Stop. Why aren't you letting Eddie finish fixing it?
Hi, this is Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal. We are at video number 6 in the top 31 countdown of our paranormal evidence, and it's October 26th, getting closer and closer to Halloween. Anyway, this video is at Cleburne Park, a location that you have seen in other videos that we've put up here. And whenever when we go to a lot of historic locations, and certainly when we go to locations like around the Civil War, we usually ask the spirits, do you have any advice for us? Not just Civil War. We've asked this at Waverly Hills. We were there shortly after COVID, and we're like, hey, things have been going on. You survived tuberculosis or didn't. Do you have any advice for us now with what's going on? And so when we go to different locations, we'll ask that question. Well, this investigation, I feel like the spirits had a message for us, and I feel like they recognized us. Because basically what happens, you're going to hear someone starts off right away with a message for us. And then I cut this down again. This was probably about a 30-minute session as we walked around Cleburne Park at the Battle of Franklin. But basically, somebody gave us a pretty stern message, and then it's like the battlefield opened up and we had constant residual EVP, or not EVPs, it was S-Box, but constant residual hauntings of what it would have sounded like to be at that Battle of Franklin. One of the bloodiest wars in the battle, referred to battles in the war. Referred to as the Gettysburg of the West. And yeah, this video, there's a reason why it's so high, not just because of the interaction we got, but the relevance and the historical relevance of it.
The Lutz family had a wooden house, woke up that morning to discover all of a sudden their house was right at the battle line. Them and the Carter family all took shelter in the brick, more substantial Carter house and waited out the day there. So, we're going to walk along Cleburne Park here. There's historical markers and some things like cannons and stuff for the Civil War. Like I said, Megan's listening to the S-Box, so let's see if we can get anything. That's Megan, I'm Johanna. Is there anyone who would like to communicate with us? If there is, you can use the device that Megan has to try and communicate.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Megan said, are you talking to me? Yes, what's your name?
At last.
Megan said at last. Could you tell me your name? I'm Johanna, this is Megan.
For the future, I want to give a warning.
Ominous. Continue, please. We're listening.
You have to come together. It does no good divided. Are you in the park?
Yes. We're in Cleburne Park. Megan said you have to come together. It does no good divided. We're in Cleburne Park. Who are we speaking with? Thank you for communicating with us. I didn't expect that kind of interaction.
We are above you.
Okay. Can you see us in the park? Really didn't expect that right out of the gate. I'm gonna walk.
I can't see.
Okay. How many of you are there? Said we are above you, so multiple.
One now.
So there's one of you? Could you tell me your name?
Chaos. Pure chaos.
Chaos, pure chaos. Could you tell me your name?
Watch them die.
Are you talking about the Battle of Franklin? Were you here for that battle? Can you let me know?
Correct.
Correct.
Cleburne, see them. Think we can move east.
I was gonna say, I didn't think
Hell if I know.
Hell if I know.
We're going. There's nothing out there. Protect them.
Definitely very much sounds like residual.
Where do we go? Dangerous. It's
Madness. How was it unexpected? It's awful. Help me. I can't move.
This battle is referred to as Gettysburg of the
No
Woods.
safe place.
It's an incredibly brutal fight, a lot of hand-to-hand combat. So imagine what Megan's theory is just looking out at that field there, approaching this way. Just imagine it, you know, person after person just coming together, clashing.
We charge tonight.
So it's an empty field
To the
for us
fort.
now. But, you know, for them,
I don't know.
obviously a crazy battle.
Is there any hope?
Alright, I'm going to direct Megan back through the park because I don't want
Are
to
you
walk
there?
down the street. I can hear you. Are you speaking with us? I'm Johanna, this is Megan. Is there someone who would like to communicate with us?
I'll run across. We'll run together.
I've talked about this in other...
Forrest has gone mad. I can only hope it's over quick.
Forrest has gone mad. I can only hope it's over quick. So we're going to walk back past...
Cleburne,
Cleburne? Patrick Cleburne, are you here?
what do you know?
We'd like to speak with you if you're here, if you can hear us.
Get to the trees.
Okay. So continuing with residual...
Run through.
Megan and I have talked about this before. For us, in our opinion, and in other people's opinion, we just, by all means, did not come up with this. But if you imagine the emotion and the trauma that happened in this place, that creates a residual haunting.
Shattered.
Like a place memory. The place is remembering what happened and replaying it like a video. Like I said, intelligent hauntings are cool because you get interaction, but literally we're like listening back in time. We're time travelers right now.
It's outrageous.
Hello, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal. We're at big number 5 in our top 31 countdown. It is October 27th. Halloween is just days away. Literally 5 of them. Anyway, this video is a really, really cool one for a couple of reasons. First reason, it's called Undisclosed Location in the video that I put up on YouTube when I first made it, because it was a location that was not open to the public yet. We were going there and trying to get evidence of paranormal and haunting so that it could be opened up. So we were kind of there before it was really open. So that's super cool. But the other reason this stands out is it is one of the few times that we think we were communicating with an entity that was never human. We believe that there was some sort of environmental spirit or something that was communicating with us. The house is generally a very welcoming and playful house. We've been told by friends of ours that have been there multiple times. But this night that we were there, the house was very insistent on saying leave.
We had a curfew.
Yeah,
basically.
That we had a curfew, and it wanted us out, and it like told us what time it wanted us out and everything, and it was very strange for the house. And at the end of the night, looking back on it, there were some things that made sense, and we feel like it was potentially trying to warn us about something. So I say that it's something that we think was never human.
That doesn't mean
that
demon.
doesn't mean evil. That doesn't mean scary. In this instance, it was something that was trying to warn us and looking out for our own safety for entirely normal reasons. So enjoy.
No, it can.
No, it can't. 9:30. We were talking about leaving at 10.
Let's try again. How many spirits are haunting?
The windows? What about the windows?
Lock the windows.
Check the windows.
Why?
What are...
Why do you want us to check the windows? She's a little closer, right? Okay. Yeah.
Stop wasting time.
We're not wasting our time.
Go home now.
No, we're going to be here for a little while longer. That was me. I got in front of the laser.
Bad.
What's bed?
No. It's after hours.
Huh.
Yeah.
No.
It's not that late. It's only like 10:30.
You said house. They don't want us being here, so they're gone. Guys, they gave me permission to be here. You know who I am. These are just my friends. Like, you could come out here and play with us just like you do with me every time that I'm here. It's okay. They just want to hear your stories too and just hang out with you guys. I don't think it's the rapture. Rapture hour.
It's about 10:10 right now.
Of course,
It
it's
says stop, then 2 syllables, this now.
That doesn't affect.
I'm sorry, we didn't understand. What do you want us to stop?
We're closed.
I know that it's late, but we have permission to be here.
August.
We're sleeping, please.
Is that why you want us to leave? You're trying to go to sleep?
Bucket?
It could be Lee upstairs.
What do we need buckets for? Yes, strip, strip.
Oh,
The water. There's water in the floor out there.
that's true.
Can you tell us about the water in the floor out there in the basement?
Yes, Drip Drip is my new favorite
Yes,
Xbox
Drip Drip.
answer.
Yes, drip, drip.
This is the way it goes.
Well, yeah, that's true. But plus, I mean, I don't know if it's because new bulbs, I don't know.
Well, the other side is, we could listen back to our audio recorder and have someone yelling the whole time. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
we don't know. You can't leave an investigation and
There's only been like once or twice where we've left an investigation unnecessarily when
that was a good.
I know something really happened. A lot of the times we find it on the computer.
Tell you what, if you can show these guys, if you can light up 3 of these devices in 3 different rooms when we go in them, we will leave. No way.
When is this recording?
Listen.
It's lighting up there.
Look. I asked them if they could do it in 3 different rooms. Look. Look, they did it on command.
Good job.
Yeah, but they lit them up.
It's
You
killing
have to
it.
go.
They want us to go.
Look.
It hurts our feelings, man.
Yeah, why do you want me to go? Don't let me go. Please.
We may have to go, Jason. You don't want to be disrespectful.
That one.
Hello, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal. It's October 28th, and we are up to number 4 in our top 31 countdown of the paranormal evidence that we have collected over the first 5 years as a group. So this one, when you go to locations a lot, you start to get like a feel for it. And so it stands out when the place doesn't seem normal. So this video is going to be from Nashville City Cemetery. We were there one night last October. And we've gone there at night several times, no problems. But for some reason, that night, we were getting a lot of negative interactions, and that is not a negative place. It's a very well cared for cemetery, and it was very odd for it. And we left fairly quickly, and we came back, because that's what it was indicating it wanted. We came back a couple of days later, and we asked about it. We said, this isn't normal. Was something going on? Basically, what's up? And the spirits of the cemetery explained to us that they had some visitors that had not been good to the cemetery, and so it seemed like they were trying to put off a feel to scare people out. And then probably the reason it's in this list here is because the spirits gave us one of the coolest things I'll ever get. And there's a lot of questions about whether or not somebody should investigate in a cemetery. Is it a resting place? Are you bothering spirits? But my thought is there are spirits there that clearly want to communicate. And so in this video, I asked their permission. Basically, okay, I understand why you were so negative the other day. Is it okay with you now if we come and do our cemetery exploring? And they literally said, yep, help us, listen to us, speak with us, and go for a walk. And so that was exactly what we did, and that's why this video is number 4 in our top 31.
Alright, this is Meg and Joe from Travelers Paranormal, and we are at the City Cemetery in Nashville, Tennessee. Now this is a location that we've come to several times, and usually have really good interaction. But if you've been watching our videos this month, you'll see that the last time we were here, we ended up leaving early and kind of getting a lot of negative answers. So Megan didn't even say half of what she was hearing, so I'm going to let her describe it a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like Joe said, I was hearing some very negative words that I said a couple of them out loud, but then other ones I just...
Yeah, talk louder than the cicadas.
I said some of them, but then others are just like getting death and die and other things that were a little bit darker that we haven't experienced when we were here before. And at one point, I heard a laugh, and I know I told Joe that, but it wasn't like a friendly laugh. It was kind of like a nasty laugh, and it was being very aggressive. And it's something that we've never experienced here. Like, you can see this is beautiful. Like, the butterflies flying around right now.
Yeah.
It really helps. And the willows and stuff. This is a beautiful cemetery. It is well loved. The people who take care of it, they do cemetery tours, so there's people coming to visit. We've talked before in other postings and stuff about people talk about the 3 deaths. When you actually die, the last time someone who knew you passes away, and then the last time your name is spoken. So there's people who come, they do tours and stuff like that, and they kind of keep the memories of the people who were here alive that way. So we've never really experienced anything dark before, so it was very strange that time. We don't know why, or what was different that time.
So to start off our visit here, we are going to do an S-Box session, kind of in the same place that we were at before.
So I've already heard it say, a stranger visited here, don't know.
So this is Megan, I'm Johanna. Last time we were here, we were getting a lot of kind of negative feelings that don't usually come from this cemetery. This is a peaceful place. You heard us say that, so are you telling us that maybe there was something strange here or something not normal here that night?
People. Not.
She said
Friendly.
people not friendly. Oh. Who's not friendly? Which people?
Teenagers.
Oh.
Using some paint.
Did somebody vandalize the cemetery?
Did someone come in? Have you seen anything about someone vandalizing?
I just said that same thing. I don't know of anything. Put your headset back on. We're talking here. So were you giving off a negative feeling that night because you've recently been vandalized and you were afraid that was going to happen again? But I'm sorry that you had someone come here. No? Okay. So somebody came here and was maybe disrespectful, and so you were just kind of trying to protect yourself and ward people off at night. That would be interesting. The cemetery, some kids break in for a spooky night and you're like, oh, I'll show them. Alright, so maybe we have our explanation as to what was going on, but I promise you that Megan and I will always come here with the utmost respect. We want to learn about you and know the history of the people that are buried here. That's our interest.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Is it okay with you if we go and continue to some other locations in the cemetery? Visit some other souls and resting places?
Help us, spirits. Talk.
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Remember.
Yep. Okay then, with your permission, we are going to go to a few other locations in the cemetery, and then we might use our dowsing rods here to kind of find a new location.
To us.
Yes.
Go for a walk.
Yes. Perfect. All right. I do appreciate your openness and your permission. We will not hurt anything.
Hey, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal. It's October 29th, and we are up to number 3 in our top 31. We are returning back to the Hotel Metropolitan in Paducah, Kentucky. So it was a hotel that was a safe location for African Americans to stop at during segregation, and it's no longer a hotel, now it's a museum. A woman named Betty Dobson has turned it into a museum
and community center
and has allowed some paranormal investigations there. And this is a great thing that we can do as paranormal investigators. We are helping to support the history and this museum and keep it running. This video is a really cool video. So we were using music. We were playing songs from some of the musicians that had stayed there. Earlier in the day, I had made a TikTok video using a song from Ella Fitzgerald that was called Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered. And those are not words that are spoken by accident. And I was asking Megan to play that song again because, again, Justin was in another room listening to a spirit app and blindfolded. And, yeah, I'll let the video speak for itself because it's pretty fantastic.
More.
What,
You want us to play another song?
what's the next song you want to hear?
Yeah, tell us what song you want next.
What's the song?
Ella.
I don't know. I don't know what she's saying.
Play, what's the one I used earlier in the TikTok? Like Bewitched Ella Fitzgerald,
Bothered. What did he say?
bothered.
Bothered.
Do you want me to cut this one off?
Yeah, we'll play what'd you say?
Bewildered. He just said bewildered.
What's the name of it?
It's Bewitched.
Do you want us to play that one?
Look up Ella Fitzgerald and Bewitched. I know you're a master at searching the internet.
Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered. So it's a 7-minute long.
He said bewildered and bothered, and I was saying bewitched. So we're playing that song.
Those are in the name.
We're playing that song.
Oh, you're kidding. That's the whole name. Oh my God.
Hold on, we're getting your song for you.
Hello, Megan, Johanna, and Whiskey Town from Travelers Paranormal here. He's back for reasons. Anyway, cats. Anyway, so we are at number 2 in our top 31. So this video is, we were using Randonautica. We had as our intention to find somebody who wanted to communicate with us. And boy, did we. And this communication was beautiful and very emotional, and both of us felt it. And yeah, this is one of the greatest paranormal investigation moments of my life. Obviously, it's number 2, and it'll be hard pressed to be moved from that spot. All right, Meg and Joe from Travelers Paranormal, and we are going to try Randonautica. And we thought for our first time ever using Randonautica, we should try in a cemetery. So here goes nothing. We're gonna hit generate. I don't know if it gives me a choice to say what my intention is, but since we're in a cemetery, our intention is going to be someone who wants to communicate. Okay, visualize your intention. So. No true anomaly available. There isn't any truly anomalous. Try again momentarily. Or try increasing your radius. No, we really want to be in the cemetery. Someone who wishes to communicate. Did I put you out of the cemetery? No, I think I'm in the cemetery next door. Alright, so we are going to start the journey. Do you like when people come to visit you?
Always.
I've gotten a few names. Could you tell me your name? I'm Johanna, this is Megan.
Seth?
Seth? It's nice to meet you, Seth. Have you been here long?
Hi. I'm new.
You're new.
Here.
You're new here. It's very peaceful here. I like kind of the light rolling hills.
Softly?
Yes. It's a pretty old cemetery. Started in 1888. I like how
time goes by.
Time goes by.
Slowly. Sleep.
You're at sleep.
Rest.
I like that there's a mix of different trees here too. You're at rest. Do you get to travel around the property? Can you take walks around the property?
Sometimes.
Do you get to visit with other people here?
Sure. I get.
to visit. Mother.
Oh, is your mother buried here as well, Seth?
Right there.
Do you have more family living in Nashville?
Friends.
You have friends?
Visit.
They come to visit you? If you could tell your friends anything, what would you tell them? Maybe they'll see this video. Slim, but maybe.
I love you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Lisa?
I love you, Lisa. Okay, Seth. Man.
Bob.
And Bob, okay. Are you saying you love Bob too, or do you have another message for Bob?
He needs to visit me.
Bob needs to visit you. This is one of the coolest moments of my life. I don't know who Lisa and Bob are, but like I really hope they see this video. So you love Lisa, Seth, and Bob needs to visit you.
Live good lives.
Live good lives. I'm literally crying. Megan is crying too. And she doesn't even know what question I asked, but I think she could put that together. I don't know if I'm gonna have me on video, but this might be really, really close, but I can literally, I'm crying. I feel emotion right now, Seth.
Yes.
Thank you for speaking with us.
I hope you get Lisa.
I hope so too. It's in case people watching didn't hear Megan said, I hope you get Lisa. I hope Lisa sees this video.
Speaking to me for the
Speaking to me for the
There were two syllables, but I couldn't understand them.
Seth, can you repeat that last word? Sometimes it's hard to understand.
Wait.
I wonder if I could see like a new plot, but then also new here. That could be kind of relative too.
Good. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Seth. Do you have to leave? Hopefully I'll be able to get this message to Lisa and Bob. Thank you, Seth. I do really appreciate you talking to us.
Welcome.
Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna tap Megan. I saw you crying. I'm crying.
I'm wondering, because it was like, it said speaking to me for the, and I wonder if it was like for the goodbye, like he just wants to say goodbye to someone still, which I'm guessing is Bob.
I asked, you know, like, do you have any friends or family that I could bring a message to that maybe they would see
Did you
this?
ask, like, were you like, do you visit anyone? He's like, Mother.
Oh yeah, I asked if he gets to travel around and visit others here, or if he had other family buried here too. And then I asked if he gets to walk around, and he said sometimes. But right before you got Lisa and Bob, I had asked, like, do you have like a message? I don't know how many people will see this video, but do you have a message for anyone that might see this video? And he said, I love you, Lisa, and Bob needs to come visit him. And you were crying, you were feeling it, I was crying. That I told him, like, that was beautiful. I just really appreciate that.
If I can hold you for just one more second before we get to number one, here are some honorable mentions. They didn't make it into the top 31, but for various reasons, they are cool in our book.
Come in. I cannot, unfortunately. I don't know if the Newcastle police will take the word of a spirit telling me to come in as permission to trespass. But I do appreciate you trying.
You're inside?
You're inside?
Could you? Lonely.
You're lonely inside the house? Would you like to see it fixed up and repaired and people come back in and visit you?
I'm falling apart.
I believe that's the house speaking.
We may both still be tired.
I know what'll help.
Get a picture of the truck. I feel more awake already.
Upland Brewery.
That's going in our sarcastic during investigations file. Usually you get the zingers on me, so that'll be nice.
Have there been many dinners?
All the recorders just missed my I feel more awake already comment. Like they just stopped recording for that and then started again. So that the recorders seamlessly say, you know what'll wake us up? Upland Brewing. All right. Did you just hear? I did just hear a bang.
Okay. That's, you know.
I've become numb to them already.
Just marking it.
You have to bang it closer.
Yeah, you have to be a lot louder at this point.
All right. Albert, thank you very much for communicating with us. Thank you for calling us over here with our Randonautica point. Yes. We've very much appreciated talking with you. You were very funny. Yes. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have a good night. Nanny Elizabeth, I hope we didn't bother you too much.
I didn't understand. It sounded like it's something, but I didn't understand. Tell us your name. I'm sorry. Please.
I think someone said hear me. We can hear you.
Hi, this is Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal, and we are finally here. It is Halloween, and we are at number 1 in our list of the top 31 pieces of evidence of the paranormal that we have collected throughout our first 5 years as a group paranormal investigating. This one, yeah, it's number 1. I don't see it ever changing. We have the coolest photo that we are ever going to take in the world of paranormal. And we just know that we've already gotten it. I don't see anything topping it, and I will let the video speak for itself. While looking through photos from our overnight investigation at the Lodes house, Megan noticed something in the mirror on the right side. What you're going to see is a series of 4 photos that Megan took. I'd like to point out in the upper right-hand side, you can see that the photos were taken for 3.2 seconds. You'll see the time and date, that they are all taken at a similar time, and some other information. She's using her fisheye lens, so not all the information is filled out. Just watch that mirror on the right side.
In that mirror, we have a figure appear in that last fourth photo. Now, on the very far right, in another mirror, you can see Megan's reflection. She's wearing a green mask at this point, and that figure does not look like her, but it does look like a Union soldier.
Thank you very much for watching our top 31. I hope that you saw some videos that you loved, got introduced to some great locations, and I hope that you'll continue on the journey. Who knows what the next 5 years, 10 years will bring us as we continue on in the paranormal field. But I think we've got a pretty solid start right here, and I really appreciate everybody for watching. Please follow along on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.